Good morning, girls. In a monotonic sequence, we are going to see the next problem. That is, we have to show that if an is a monotonic sequence, then a1 plus a2 plus and so on plus an divided by n is also a monotonic sequence. Given that it's a monotonic sequence, okay, we have to prove that this is also a monotonic sequence. Just to recall the definition of the monotonic sequence, girls. Of an less than or equal to an plus 1 or an plus 1 less than or equal to an. This is the two conditions for the monotonically increasing and decreasing sequences. Whether we have to prove any one of these conditions. Okay. We have to prove this for this term also. Consider this as a general term. We may denote this as a bn or something. We have to prove that the next terms and so on. That is, if it is a bn, then bn plus 1. Bn minus bn plus 1 less than or equal to 0 means it's an increasing sequence. We can prove this. Okay. Similarly, we have to prove that if let an is a monotonic sequence. Monotonic sequence. Let A and be a monotonic sequence. Okay, we may consider this as an increasing sequence. Therefore, monotonic sequence, that is an increasing one. Therefore, the condition for the increasing sequence is A1 less than or equal to A2 less than or equal to A3 less than or equal to and so on less than or equal to an less than or equal to and so on. Okay, because this is the condition for the increasing sequence. Okay, let the given sequence as the bn. Okay, bn which is equal to a1 plus a2 plus and so on plus an divided by n. Okay, we have to prove this bn minus bn plus 1 is less than or equal to 0. Now bn plus 1 minus bn. Okay, for a bn is this term, then bn plus 1 means a1 plus a2 plus and so on an plus 1 divided by, in place of n we have to put n plus 1. Okay, that is bn is this term, then we have to find the bn plus 1, that is a1 plus a2 plus and so on. Instead of n we have to put n plus 1. In here also n plus 1. Okay, n plus 1 minus bn, that is the given term, a1 plus a2 plus and so on an divided by n. Okay, guys, take LCM and simplify this two terms. Okay, guys, take LCM. That is, here denominator are n and n plus 1. n into n plus 1. Have to cross multiply this one. Then we get n into a1 plus a2 plus and so on an plus 1 minus this term n plus 1 into a1 plus a2 plus and so on an. Okay, here we get n into a1, n into a2, n into an plus 1 minus, if we expand this term, here also we get n into a1, n into a2 plus and so on n into an. Therefore, this is a minus, we cancel these two terms. Here n into a1, the terms can get cancelled. Therefore, the remaining term is n into an plus 1, and here the remaining term is n into an. Okay. and then a1 plus a2 plus and so on. May expand this n into a1 plus n into a2 plus and so on, n into an plus 1 minus n into a1 plus n into a2 plus and so on, n into an plus here also if we multiply the whole terms by 1 we get the same, that is a1 plus a2 plus and so on an divided by n into n plus 1. Then we get the remaining terms n into an plus 1 in first term. We multiply the whole term by minus and getting cancelled. We get the remaining terms as minus that is a1 plus a2 plus and so on plus an divided by n into n plus 1. Okay. Because we may write this equation as which is greater than or equal to n into an plus 1 minus an plus and so on plus an. Since by using one the given equation we take this an as a monotonically increasing sequence. Here this is the whole term. We subtract this sequence a1 plus a2 plus and so on an. That is a1 is smaller than a2, a2 is smaller than a3 and so on. We get an. Here the left hand term, the before term is it should be greater than or equal to this term, that is an. You may convert this like this, that is an plus and so on plus an. That is a1 is less than an, a2 is less than an. Therefore this is a smaller term than this one. If we subtract an, the both terms are common. Okay, இந்த ரெண்டு வேல்யூமே காமனாக இருக்குது. ஆனால் மைனஸ் பண்ணுற வேல்யூ பார்த்திங்கன்னா இது வந்து லெஸராக இருக்கும் இதை விடனா இந்த டேர்மை விட. அப்போது இந்த டேர்ம் கண்டிப்பாக எப்படி இருக்கும், கிரேட்டர் தன் டினாமினேட்டர் பார்த்திங்கன்னா ரெண்டுத்துக்குமே ஒன்று தான். அப்போது இந்த டேர்ம் கண்டிப்பாக எதை விட கிரேட்டராக இருக்கும், இந்த டேர்மை விட கிரேட்டராக இருக்கும். நம்ம வந்து இன்க்ரீசிங் சீக்வென்ஸ்னு ப்ரூவ் பண்ணுறதுனால நம்ம கொடுத்துருக்க கண்டிஷனை அப்ளை பண்ணி ஒன்றுங்கிறது என்னென்னா இன்க்ரீசிங் மொனோட்டானிக்லி இன்க்ரீசிங் சீக்வென்ஸ் இருக்கு இல்லையா, அந்த கண்டிஷன் தான் 1. அதை இங்கே அப்ளை பண்ணுறோம். That is a1 less than or equal to a2 less than or equal to a3 and so on. இப்போ ஒவ்வொரு டேர்மும் சின்னதாக தான் இருக்குது. அப்போது இந்த டேர்ம் இருக்குது இல்லையா, இந்த வேல்யூ வந்து கண்டிப்பாக எதை விட சின்னதாக இருக்கும்னா இங்கே இருக்கக்கூடிய வேல்யூவை விட சின்னதாக இருக்கும். அப்போ ரெண்டுத்துலேயுமே வந்து இது காமன் தான். காமனாக இருக்கிற வேல்யூலேருந்து இந்த வேல்யூவை மைனஸ் பண்ணும்போது இந்த கிடைக்கிற ஹோல் வேல்யூ கண்டிப்பாக எதை விட கிரேட்டராக இருக்கும்னா இந்த டேர்மை விட கிரேட்டராக இருக்கும். அதனால் இங்கே என்ன அப்ளை பண்ணியிருக்கோம்னா கிரேட்டர் than ஆர் ஈக்குவல் டு அப்ளை பண்ணியிருக்கோம். ஓகேவா கேர்ள்ஸ்? Therefore which is equal to n into an plus 1 minus the whole n. இந்த up to an எத்தனை terms இருக்குன்னா n times an இருக்கு. Therefore we commonly get outside, get it as outside, that is n. We take commonly take n as outside. Therefore an divided by n into n plus 1. We know that an plus 1 minus an is greater than or equal to 0. We know that because an is an monotonically increasing sequence. We assumed like that. Therefore, this term should be greater than or equal to 0. Therefore, the whole term must be greater than or equal to 0. Therefore, which is greater than or equal to 0. Left hand side what we have, bn plus 1 minus bn which is greater than or equal to 0. Therefore, bn plus 1 greater than or equal to bn. That is, therefore bn is monotonically increasing sequence. Therefore bn is monotonically increasing sequence. Okay. Similarly, we can able to prove for decreasing also. Okay, girls. Bn is the given term, that is a1 plus a2 plus and so on, divided by n. Here we are asked to prove the sequence is monotonically increasing. Here we have proved that one. Okay, we take this as an Bn. Here Bn is a monotonically increasing sequence.